morning, guys. So it's optional. You can keep your mask on during your practice today while you're on your mat. But if you're, need to use the restroom or anything, just make sure you have your mask on if you're moving around. So totally your choice this morning. Good morning, everybody at home. Just going to get a little sound coming and we'll get started. So just find a comfortable seat. Is it too early to play Christmas music for you? Okay. Sitting however is most comfortable for your body. As we begin to find and feel our breath, watching your breath as it comes into and out of your body, not trying to shape or change the breath, just let it come and go. With each exhalation, allowing your shoulders to soften away from your neck. Your neck away from your head. Part your teeth, relax your tongue. Just letting it rest in the bottom of your mouth. We're going to do a practice that I learned from one of my primary teachers, Rod Stryker. And he is the founder of Para Yoga, which really seamlessly blends breath work, asana practice, meditation, all into one really juicy bundle. And we're going to be working with a little bit of an unusual breath this morning. We'll get to that in a minute. And as always, when we do breath work, it's optional, right? If you feel any discomfort or agitation around the breath work, you just let it go and breathe normally. And as you're sitting in a comfortable position, start to notice the breath as it comes into and out of your nose. Maybe sensing the coolness of the breath on your inhale and the warmth of the breath as you exhale. Notice if you have any tension in your shoulders, just kind of let that go. And as you watch the breath coming in and out of the nose, even subtler still, you might sense that there are two very distinct streams of breath, one coming into your left nostril and one coming into the right nostril. See if you can notice this difference. You might see the breath as a color that can sometimes be helpful to differentiate between the two sides. And then cross your arms in front of your chest. Let your thumbs rest on your chest and keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep watching the streams of breath. And as you observe the breath, taking it even subtler still, noticing if one side of the nose is receiving less air, one side is less dominant than the other. And they might be even, but for most of us, this dominance switches during the course of the day. And if you sense one side is less dominant than the other, just exert a little bit of pressure with your thumb on that same side. And bring all of your awareness to that side as well. And eventually the breath will even out. And when you sense the breath is even, keep the focus in the nose. You can let your arms relax. And what we've done very quickly is balance the left and the right hemispheres of the brain, settle the body and the breath. Good, relax your chin towards your heart. Just let your breath adjust. Release the awareness into the nose and bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. And we worked with this a little bit last week. Let the belly be really soft, guys. Let it go. And so this is the different way of breathing that we're going to play with a little bit this morning. So normally we breathe into the belly first, right? We expand into the belly and then we draw the belly in, taking the breath up. But I'm going to invite you guys to take the breath into the chest first and then down into the belly. And it's going to feel really weird. You're only going to do this in a yoga practice. You won't do this when you're at the grocery store. So just tone the belly slightly. And then start to inhale and feel the chest expand. And when you feel the chest expand, then let the breath come down into the belly. And then on your exhale, navel draws into spine, the chest stays slightly lifted, and as the navel moves in, then the chest releases the breath. So this is a very subtle practice. It's an advanced practice. If you don't feel it, don't freak out. So we inhale, expand into the chest, keep the belly toned just a little bit. Then let the belly fill. And then on exhale, the chest stays lifted, belly moves in, and then the chest softens. So just try this a few more times. And what you may sense as we do this breath, we won't do it for the whole practice, we're just going to play with it today, is that you'll feel your whole spine participating in the breath. So as you expand on the inhale, keeping the belly toned, the spine, the upper spine, thoracic spine expands and participates in that extension. And then on the exhale, that extension stays in the upper spine as the belly moves in to the navel. Switch hands. And so you get this lovely lengthening of the spine. But do it just 2 more times and then relax your hands back into your lap. And you feel complete here. Good. And then just gently blink your eyes open. Good morning. Good morning at home. Straighten your legs out in front. Did you guys feel that a little bit? Yeah. So bring your hands to the top of your right leg. Get your right leg moving back and forth. It's a very different, counterintuitive way of breathing because we do it so differently. We do it always belly first. But it really does get the spine participating in a different way. Good. Switch to the other side. And then crossing your right leg over your left. Interlace fingers and toes. Shake hands with your foot. Good. Separate your fingers nice and wide. Remove your fingers, draw your foot towards you, press away. And then holding your foot, give your toes some attention. Once you finish working your toes, massaging your foot out, eventually making your way back up to the big toe side and little toe side of your foot. Hold your foot, shake your foot out. And then we'll rub the foot out. And good. And then switch sides. Again, interlacing fingers and toes. Making space. Did you guys hear that rain last night?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, it was wicked.
Sorry, it was hailing, didn't it?
I know.
It was
It's supposed to be snowing. It's a beautiful morning, yes.
Yes.
I was surprised, honest.
Yeah. Separate your fingers nice and wide. Remove your fingers, draw your foot towards you, press the foot away, and then we'll work our toes. So on your straight leg, let your toes point up towards the ceiling. This is going to give a nice inner rotation to the straight leg. Keeping your sitting bones nice and grounded. Good, and then once you finish working your toes, massage the foot out. Eventually making your way back up to the big toe side and little toe side of your foot. Hold your foot and give your foot a good shake out. And then we'll rub the foot and we'll clap. Find your tennis ball, we'll roll out our feet. Who's got the essential oils on? Is that you, Marianne? Oh gosh, it smells so good. What is it? Which one is it? Is it Breathe?
Mental clarity up here. Basil and bergamot. And
It's the bergamot. I can smell it.
And then I have the calming here. Lemon.
Marianne's making the studio smell delicious
I
up
know.
here. Did you smell it? Did you smell it, Andy?
Yeah.
Andy's here too, guys. Switch over to the other side. Last time we saw Andy, I was teaching at the house.
That's right.
Yeah. It's been a while, right, guys? But we're doing it.
Too long.
It's too long, but that's okay. We're healthy and we're moving and I'm grateful for that. Good. And then once you've rolled out your other foot, come off your blanket, straighten your legs out in front. Lean to your left, find your right sitting bone, and just have a seat on top of the tennis ball with your bone. Press into your hands, shift your hips from left to right. You don't have to go quickly. Good, and then we'll bend the knees and come front to back. Good, eventually shifting back just enough so your tennis ball is in front of your right sitting bone. Straighten your right leg. Bring your hand to the top of your right leg and we'll just get that leg moving back and forth, giving your hamstring attachments a nice massage. Good, and then switch over to the other side. And then bending your knees, come front to back. Nice and relaxed in your face, guys. Yeah. Eventually shifting back enough so the ball is in front of your left sitting bone, straightening your left leg, and we'll come back to our rotation here. Good, and then release. Sit here for a moment in staff pose. Notice the difference. Notice your breath, shoulders relaxed. And then we'll come up onto a blanket if you're using one and just do some movement here before we continue on. Sitting however is comfortable for you. Maybe it's in Sukhasana, maybe you're up on the block, and then finding a nice lift and movement here. And so we do this little introduction pretty much every practice, so you guys are really familiar with it. Maybe as you're moving, try that breath. Try expanding into the chest, keeping the belly toned. Then filling up, and then exhale, navel to spine, chest stays lifted, and immediately your arms slow down, right? Because now we're focusing on the breath. Next time you float the arms up, as you exhale, we'll take it over to the right. So just the left arm comes up, and then hold over here, nice side bend coming up and over to the right. Reaching your left sitting bone into the floor, and still maybe optional to play with this breath. Keep your jaw relaxed, relax your tongue. Good, when you're ready, come up and over to the other side. Rolling out your right rib cage this time. Navel to spine on exhale. Stay relaxed. Again, if it becomes too much of a focus for you and your body feels agitated by it, just breathe normally. Good, let's come all the way up, interlace fingers, reach your palms up. Nice full body stretch, maybe look up, press down into your seat and straight up. And then we'll release, hands will come behind your back, interlace, or just bring your fingertips to the floor, open up the front of your chest. Shoulder blades come onto the back of your body. Good, and then release, roll your shoulders out. We'll come into a little twisting here, change the cross of your legs. Same thing, inhale, lift up. On your exhale, take a little twist to the right, one hand to the front, one hand behind you. And then keep going, finding your breath. Maybe you play with that inhalation into the chest, expanding into the belly, and then belly draws in, chest stays lifted. Next time you twist to the right, we'll hold once again and just stretch into the twist. Shoulders relaxing down your back. You're not over efforting here, just warming up. If you want to take the stretch a little bit deeper on an exhale, think about turning your left rib cage to the right, bringing the back of your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Only if that's comfortable for your spine. It's a bigger twist. Maybe play with expanding into the chest first as you inhale here, and notice how the spine, upper spine lengthens, making space. So on your exhale, you can come a little bit deeper into your twist. Good, preparing to come out on your inhale, unwind. Let's take it to the other side and hold. Same thing here, come into it nice and easy first, just sitting up nice and tall, using your fingertips as your guide, shoulders relaxed, they'll be nice. Then if you want to come a little deeper on an exhale, right rib cage will turn to the left, finding a little bit of a deeper twist and then perhaps coming into that breath. Face is relaxed, tongue is relaxed. Good. On your inhale, come on out. We'll do one more nice stretch here. Interlace fingers, reach the palms up. Really expanding into the lungs here, and then release. Hands will come behind the back or just to the floor. Open up the front of the chest. Nice deep breath here. Good. And then release. Roll your shoulders out. Good. Shake your legs out. Take a little pound out. We're going to come right up to mountain pose from here. So we'll come up to Tadasana, guys. And bring your blocks up here as well if you like to the top of your mat. I'm just going to change my view here for a second. Good, Yogi. So just finding mountain pose here. Feel your feet into the floor. Eyes are going to be open. Bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. We're going to try this breath standing a little bit different. So again, on your inhale, keep the belly toned, expand into the chest. Then fill the belly up. Whole spine is expanded and lifted. On the exhale, navel moves into the spine. Keep your eyes open. And then the chest softens. One more. When you finish your second one, relax your arms. And just moving the arms now. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and lower. Out to the sides and up. And lower. Keeping the eyes open this morning. Try the breath. Forward and up. Out and up. Two more. Forward and up. Last one. Forward and up. Out and up. Good. Find mountain pose, shoulders relaxed. Coming into chair pose. Feet are in line. Inhale, lift up. Exhale into your chair. So come nice and deep into your chair pose. We're going to hold this for 4 breaths. Keep your eyes open. And again, trying to find this expansion into the chest. If you want, you can bring the hands to the chest and the belly like we've been doing. And really feel as you move navel to spine, how the pelvis is supported, pelvic floor is supported, low back is supported. 2, 3 more. I know that's more than 4 breaths. If your hands are at your chest, try to lift them up, arms in line with the ears, and a little lift of the heart. So just a little back bend in the upper spine, draw your tailbone down, feel your feet into the floor, eyes are open, press into the earth, come all the way up, and then lower your arms, mountain pose. Pause here. Remember, our mountain pose is a resting pose. They bring your feet a little closer together. So we're going to come into a flow. We've done this flow before. If you'd like, just make sure you've got blocks in the front or your books if you're at home. Good, finding Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. As you exhale, step your right foot back. We're in a lunge. We're going to hold this first one, go a little bit slow here. So let's hold our lunge, lining your left knee right above your left ankle. That's it, Miles. Nice. Reaching the back heel away from you towards the back of your mat. Nice big stretch into the hip. And then we're going to lower the back knee down. Right knee lowers down. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale and fold forward. Step your back foot forward. Hands are going to interlace behind your back. Stay here or draw the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Really bend your knees, let your head go. So this is not about having the legs straight. This is giving a lot of nice traction into your spine. Good, if your arms are lifted, bring them down. Come all the way up to standing. Right into the other side. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. This time step your left foot back. Bring your left knee down. Oh, actually, let's hold the lunge here for a second. So come back into your lunge, straight leg lunge. Yeah, and a couple of you guys, Marianne got a blanket. If you feel any discomfort in your knee and on your extended leg, just grab a blanket so you can give your knee some support as we lower down. Good, another breath or two here. Keep reaching your left heel back, opening up the hip. And now we'll let the knee descend. Arms will sweep up. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Step your back foot forward, hands interlace. Shoulder stretch. And then come all the way up. Palms together over heart center. Shoulders relax. So we're going to move a little bit with this one. We're going to do 5 more rounds of this, which we don't usually do that many. But we're going to do 5 rounds, so a total of 6. Knowing if you need to pause or take a breather, just take care of your body. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale and fold. Navel to spine. Halfway lift. Right foot steps back. We're coming right into it. Right knee releases to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Navel to spine. As you exhale, fold forward. Step your back foot forward. Hands interlace, shoulder stretch. Coming all the way up. And then fold. Halfway lift. Left foot steps back, left knee comes down, and then we lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward, back foot steps forward, shoulder stretch. Come all the way up. Palms together over heart center. Pause here. 4 more. Inhale. And release. Halfway lift. Right foot steps back, right knee drops. And we lift. And fold. Back foot steps forward. Shoulder stretch. Coming all the way up. Right into the left side. Keep going. Halfway lift. Step it back. Left knee drops. Come on up. Exhale, fold forward. Back foot steps forward. Shoulder stretch. Come all the way up. Palms together over heart center. So we've got 3 more. I'm going to have you guys go on your own pace. So if you lose your place, just keep moving and breathing. That's what this is all about. Stay focused in your own practice and maybe try that breath where you're expanding into the chest on inhale and then bringing the breath down, navel to spine on exhale. So we'll do 3 more rounds. When you finish, just palms together over heart center. Inhale, lift, and we'll begin. Finding your own pace. If you lose your place, just keep moving and breathing. If the breath becomes choppy, you need to take a pause, pausing in mountain pose and just coming back in. We're all going at different paces. There's no right or wrong way. Again, when you finish, keep your eyes open, palms together over heart center. Shoulders relaxed, and just feel your body. Notice your breath. Feel the heart beating against your thumbs. Vibrant, alive, alert. Every cell in your body is enlivened and awakened. That's what yoga is all about. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to stay in our forward fold here, Uttanasana. So bend the knees a little bit. Take the stretch out of the spine. Preparing for chair pose. Eyes are open. Inhale, find chair. Just going to be here for 2 breaths. Heart is lifted, tailbone draws down just a little bit. Find the breath. Brenda, we're going to be coming into downward facing dog for 5 breaths, so you might want to grab your chair after we come out of this. Inhale here, good morning. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Find downward facing dog, guys. 5 poses, 5 breaths. Keep thinking navel into spine. Maybe play with that unusual way of breathing here. Much different when you're upside down. Every time you exhale and navel comes into spine, feel the pelvic floor supported, lifted. After your 5 breaths in dog pose, optional to come through a round or 2 of your vinyasa. We're going to all meet in child's pose, so if you feel like coming into your flow, Taking a couple rounds here, any variation. When you feel complete in your flow, finding child's pose. How's that feel, Brenda, on the chair? Okay, good. Stay with the breath. Eventually finding child's pose. First real rest in our practice. So enjoy it. Everything's soft. Good, Yogi. Sliding palms under shoulders, press into your hands, sit yourself up. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good? Okay, good. So we're going to come back up to standing and move some more. So you can make your way up to mountain pose. If you want to come through a flow or find dog pose, walking your feet up to your hands, however you want to get there. Just take your time. Finding Tadasana, feeling your feet into the floor. Good, let's separate our feet wide and just swing it out. How's that breath feeling? It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So we're going to come into Warrior One and do some movement with the arms in Virabhadrasana 1. So step your, let's do right foot forward, left foot back. And take a nice, easy stance here for our Warrior One. So you remember Warrior One, both toes are pointing more towards the front of your mat so that the hips are square and you're lifted in your nice Warrior One pose. Good. Relax your arms. Bring the back of your left hand to your sacrum. Straighten the front leg. As you inhale, bend into the front knee and come into Warrior One variation. As you exhale, keep the legs quiet, bend the elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale and straighten. Good, let's do that a few more times. Inhale forward, bend the knee, keep the knee bent. Exhale, elbow bends. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Good, last one. Both arms up, hold here. Inhale. As you exhale, hands lower, become behind the back, interlace. Inhale, reach down, lift up. And then exhale, lift. Inhale here, exhale, come in. Hands interlace, inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lift. Front leg straightens. Good, let's do two more just to feel this is a new one. Exhale, hands interlace. Lift as you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then release. Inhale here, last one. Exhale, hands interlace. Inhale, reach down. And then come on up. Come back into Warrior One. Straighten the front leg. Pyramid pose. As you exhale, come all the way over. Maybe find your blocks. So you might bring your back foot in a little bit, guys. Both legs are straight here. Your back heel is your most important foot. Is that the wind? What is that?
Yeah, next time.
Wow. What is that?
It's making the mirrors move, I think. So now air is getting back there.
Oh. Sorry, guys, just a little weird sound here in the studio.
Is that weird?
I think it might be one of the.
Oh, it might be the radiator. The vents. It might be
the
the vent,
heat.
yeah.
Okay, so
That
we're
makes
just
more
in our
sense.
pyramid pose. Everybody's happy, right? Good. So reach the left heel into the floor. Inhale, lift up a little bit. Exhale, fold deeper. So now as the front leg opens, maybe the fingertips come to the floor. Let your head go. Optional to bring the hands behind the back. If you've got your hands behind your back, hold on to your left wrist with your right hand, particularly pointer and thumb fingers wrapping around the wrist. Try not to squeeze your toes. Breathe. And then release the arms if they are behind your back. Let's step the left leg back and find a lunge. So we're coming right into a lunge, right foot forward. Yep, straight leg lunge. Should feel really happy in the lunge now. And optional to come through downward facing dog into your flow. So if you're coming into dog pose, step it back. You can come into a forearm plank if you're staying off your wrists. Maybe come through a round of flow or just hold in downward facing dog. We're going to meet in dog pose and do the other side.
You can see those things all lifted up the tile.
Oh, it's the
Oh, I
ceiling?
see what it is. It's no problem.
Okay.
It's just the line and the tiles. Yeah.
Good. From your dog pose, step your left foot forward. We're in our lunge. We're just going to come right up into warrior one, guys. Release your back heel down. Find Virabhadrasana one. Good. Settle into the pose. Check your stance. So your feet should be like on railroad tracks as opposed to a balance beam. Toes on your back foot are pointing more towards the front of your mat. You're feeling nice and grounded in your back heel. Good. Let's straighten the front leg. Lower the arms for a second. Good. This time, back of the right hand comes into your sacrum. Inhale, come into the pose. Hold the pose. Exhale, just the elbow bends. Inhale, lift. And then straighten as you lower. Lovely. Good. Come back in. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And then straighten the front leg. Let's do a couple more. I like the goat, Miles, by the way.
Yeah, go. Go.
Miles got a goatee going.
Oh, yeah. Winter.
Winter goat.
Do we go?
Huh?
Yes.
Thought she said goat. There's no goat yoga.
Goat yoga, yeah.
Bring it.
Okay, stay here. Both arms up. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the arms. Then release the fingers. Inhale, reach. And then release. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, reach down. Forgot to straighten the leg and then come on up. I was like, wow, that was a little intense. Good. Inhale here and come on in. As your hands interlace, inhale, reach down, lift the heart. And then exhale. Now we straighten. Let's do that 2 more times just for fun. Inhale here. Exhale, lift. Inhale here. Come on into the pose. Reach down, lift up. And then let's just hold warrior one. And pyramid pose. Start to straighten your front leg. Again, you may need to come up on your blocks for a moment. I always walk my foot in a little bit, so it's a much shorter stance, right? Again, the back heel's got to be really grounded here so that you're stable. And then once you find a comfortable comfortable position in this pose. On your exhale, fold over your front leg. Maybe you bring fingertips to the floor. As you lower, keep grounded in your back heel. And then again, optional to bring the hands behind the back. This time, left pointer and thumb wrap around the right wrist. Those of you that know mudra, you can bring your pointer finger and your thumb on your right hand together. And you play with that different way of breathing here in a very challenging pose. If you're playing with it, notice as you expand into the upper chest, how the spine extends. Pelvic floor is supported as navel moves into spine on exhale. Good yogis, if you've got the hands behind the back, bring them down. We're coming into our lunge. Step your right foot back a little bit. Find your lunge. And then again, optional to come through your flow. Could be down dog, could be puppy pose. We're going to meet in child's pose and take a breather. Nice work. Good, Brenda. How's that feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, yogi, sliding palms under your shoulders, press into your hands, sit yourself up. We're going to be coming into a gate pose. And I would suggest everybody using a blanket. And those of you guys that are in the studio, depending on how this feels on your feet, you may want to turn sideways. So what we're going to be doing, guys, is coming onto the right knee and then extending the left leg out to the side. So those of you guys that are in the studio, you may want to turn towards the mirrors, unless it feels okay for you to be off your mat with your foot on the floor. So just think about right knee coming into the floor, and you want the hips to be fairly square. So think about the right hip right over the right knee, so you're not leaning into the hip this way too much, you're leaning out this way. Just think about Tadasana. And the toes on your left foot are flexed and pointing up towards the ceiling. Does that feel okay for everybody here in studio? Okay, good. Keep your left foot flexed. Left palm up towards the ceiling. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. As you exhale, let's slide down the leg, coming into your gate. So we're staying in this mid-plane of the body, meaning we're staying in the midline of the body. So you're not letting the shoulder drop. You're not opening up way, way big here just yet. So let the, just coming into your gate. Yep, keep flexing the foot. Good, now come into our breath. Keep the belly toned, expand into the chest, into the heart. Take the breath into the belly, feel the heart get light. As you exhale, navel into spine, heart stays lifted, expanded, and softened. Do that 2 more times. Sense a lightness in the heart. And on your last one, optional to start to twist a little bit as you exhale, turning the heart up towards the sky. Draw your left shoulder blade onto your back. Good. Preparing to come up. Press into the knee and lift up. Come back and sit onto your heels if that's comfortable. And pause, close your eyes here and breathe. So just notice where you feel that stretch. I always feel it in my neck. Certainly in my left leg. Right side of the body might feel more open, more spacious. Just notice. And then we'll come into the other side. Coming back up onto your knees. This time, right heel's gonna come out. So everything is lined up, my leg moving straight out to the side, so I'm not too far forward or too far back. So thinking again, this Tadasana sense. We're not letting the hip poke out too much, it's going to a little bit. Right hand looks up towards the ceiling. Sweep the left arm up, inhale here. As you exhale, come into your gate. Yeah, guys in the studio, just adjust as you need to. And again, we're just staying in the mid-plane of the body. Keep drawing your left hip in line with your knee. You'll feel a deeper stretch into the left side of the body. Find the breath. As you inhale into the upper chest, there's a lightness, a spaciousness in the heart center. Navel moves into the spine, pelvic floor, low back, lumbar spine supported. On your last one, on an exhale, optional to find a little twist here. Keep drawing the left hip in line with the knee. Stay centered, stay focused. I know this is a big stretch. And then we'll slowly come up. Nice work. And find sitting on your heels or a block. Pause here. Good, guys. We're going to come into a moving child's pose with that suspension of breath. Some of you guys were here last week. I think we did that last week where we held the breath and came into child's pose and then came back out. I can't remember if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. We've done it before. We're going to do it again. I'm just going to turn to the side here. And let's just find a nice tabletop pose to start. So don't worry about the breath. Just let the breath come normally. And on an exhale, round your spine, find child's pose. Nice and easy here. Let's take a couple more. Inhale to tabletop, heart lifts, tailbone lifts, and then move back in. So just moving, let's do 3 more. Nice and easy, not worrying about the breath. Good, and then the next time you come up to tabletop, just pause for a moment and just watch me. We're going to be doing breath retention where we're holding the breath. Again, if you feel any discomfort, excuse my back, guys. If you feel any discomfort, then you're just going to breathe normally. But the breath looks like this. So from my tabletop pose, I'm going to inhale, expand, and then exhale, navel to spine. Hold the breath in now. I'm holding my breath and I'm coming into child's pose. So everything's drawn in. I'm holding my breath. I'm holding my breath. I'm still holding my breath. And then when I feel the need to breathe, I come back up to tabletop and inhale. All the breath comes out. Hold the breath in. Round the spine, child's pose. Keep holding the breath till you feel that impulse to breathe. And then inhale through the nose. Right away, exhale the air out. Hold the breath and continue. So we're going to do that for about 2 minutes. So let's start together. Everybody find tabletop. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, good. So let's inhale together, nice and easy. Exhale all the breath out, navel to spine, hold the breath, and then come into your child's pose. Keep the breath held. When you feel the impulse to breathe, flow back on an inhale to tabletop, nice and easy. So you're not gasping, you're riding the inhale back to tabletop. Then you exhale all the air out again, jaw relaxed, face relaxed, hold the breath, and then find child's pose. So we're going to do that for another 1.5 minutes. Again, if the breath becomes agitated, you can just move in and out of child's pose. Any pranayama work we do should be effortless, supporting the body, not causing struggle or tension in the body. One more minute. Do one more round if you're still moving through the breath, and then we'll meet in child's pose and rest. And just notice as you finish up the state of your mind. When you feel ready to move from child's pose, come onto your backs and rest. Have a block close by. No rush, no hurry. We're going to take a 30-second Shavasana, so just coming onto your backs to rest. Just feel the whole back body resting and supported by the earth. So the next series, we're going to be moving through some of the energy centers of the body. As I shared at the beginning of our practice, our yoga is all-encompassing breath, asana, meditation, energy work. And some of you guys are familiar with my chakra series that we do in the spring. This is going to be a little bit of a visit to some of the chakras. If you feel any discomfort in your low back, you can bend your knees and keep your feet on the floor and bring your awareness into your solar plexus. So this is Manipura chakra. We're going to be moving from Manipura on up. So we're not working with the lower chakras here. this morning. So see and feel Manipura chakra. You might even bring your hand to your solar plexus. So we're going to move from Manipura, solar plexus, into the heart center, which is Anahata chakra. From the heart, we'll move into the throat, which is Vishuddha chakra. And then into Ajna chakra, the third eye, space between the eyebrows. To the back of the head, which is Bindu, which means point. And then to the crown of the head, which is Sahaswara chakra, crown chakra, thousand petal lotus. And the way we're going to move through these energy centers is with the breath. And so it goes like this. You'll inhale into the heart, inhale into your solar plexus, heart, and throat. And then you'll exhale into the third eye, back of the head, and crown of the head. So you inhale through the first three, exhale through the last three. So let's try it. Awareness into solar plexus. Let's inhale, solar plexus, heart, throat. Exhale, third eye, back of the head, crown of the head. Inhale, solar plexus, heart, throat. Exhale, third eye, back of the head, crown of the head. So stay with it. You might see a light just touch that energy center as you breathe. Maybe you hear a sound. Do one more round and then rest for a moment. Adjust. We're going to stay with this for another 2 minutes with the option of coming into Viparita Karani. So that's why we've got the block. If you want to kind of get the body a little more involved in this, you'll take your block and place it, I'm going to say, at the very lowest setting. So don't crank it up to super high. It's not about a back bend here. So you're going to bring your block, if you're using it, right under your sacrum and float the legs up. So this should feel effortless. If it doesn't feel effortless, you're going to stay with the first variation. So if you're in Viparita Karani and you do a couple rounds and you need to come out because the breath is getting agitated or you're not able to hold the flow, then just come out and stay with the first variation. Bringing your awareness into your solar plexus. When you're ready, begin. So remember, solar plexus, heart, throat as you inhale, third eye, back of the head, crown of the head as you exhale. Keep going. Remember, you're not forcing the legs to stay up. This is an effortless, relaxed in the jaw, relaxed in the tongue. Less than a minute to go. Good. Finish one more round. And then when you finish your last round, slowly, if the legs are up, let them come down. Press into the earth to lift the hips, sliding your block out of the way, and slowly come down. Slow, slow, slow. Come on down to rest. Feel the whole spine relax onto the floor. Drawing your knees into your heart, hug your knees into your heart, give yourself a squeeze. We're going to make our way onto our bellies. So let's all come up to seated and then come onto our bellies so that you're facing the front of the studio. Or the front of your mat if you're at home. That way we're all in the same direction. But as you come onto your belly, bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet. We're going to come into a Shalabhasana dynamic. So when you're ready, let the legs settle a bit. Bring your chin or your forehead to the floor. Bring your hands onto your sacrum. So back of the hands onto the sacrum. Palms are facing the ceiling. Relax your legs. And so we're just keeping the arms nice and relaxed, guys. As you inhale, lift the heart. Shoulder blades come down the back. Your head's just coming along for the ride. The legs stay grounded. Exhale and come on down to the floor. Do that one more time, and then we're going to, one last time today, bring in that breath. Good. Inhale, just regular inhale and lift. Exhale and lower. And just pause here and prepare. Think about inhaling into the front of the upper chest and then bringing it into the belly. And then the exhale, the belly draws in, the chest stays lifted. See how this feels with Shalabhasana. So let's do 3 more and try that breath. It's much easier to keep the belly quiet and toned when you're on your belly, and just notice how that feels, particularly the upper spine as you lift up, and how supported the lower spine pelvis is as you draw navel into spine. When you finish your last one, relax. You can relax your arms, any position for your head and neck. Your head's turned in one direction, turn it the other way and rest. I'm going to do the same thing with Cobra pose. Chin or forehead to the floor, hands in line with your chest, elbows up towards the ceiling. It's like little grasshopper wings here. Good, Brenda. Yep, Sphinx better for you. Same thing with the breath though. We'll do 3 or 4 rounds here in Cobra, finding the expansion into the chest first, and just feel that natural lightness in the heart. Able to spine, supporting the low back as you exhale, keeping the heart light and lifted and lower down. Beautiful, yogis. I can really see a difference in the expression of your Cobra poses with this alternate breath. It should feel very different. You finish your last one, relax. Again, any position for the head and neck and arms. Let the breath go and soften. We have one more series. Your head's turned in one direction, turn it the other way and rest. Good.
We're going to come back into Cobra, but do a little different position with the legs here. So this is going to be all about the legs and staying lifted, but still staying with that breath. So let's lift up into a nice, easy Cobra and just breathe here. I'm not over efforting here. I'm just lifting the heart. And now float the legs up. Point your toes. Keep the legs lifted. Inhale, separate the feet. Keep the legs lifted. As you exhale, squeeze the legs together. 7 more. Inhale, expand and separate. Exhale and squeeze. This is really good for your sacrum. Navel to spine on exhale. Stay relaxed in your face. Keep squeezing in on exhale, separating the feet on inhale. I know this is intense. This is the last one. Last intense pose. When you finish your rounds, I lost count. Come all the way down and drop into your spine. Let your awareness drop into your spine. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet. Nice work, guys. We're going to meet in child's pose. I would invite you after that intense back bend to find downward facing dog first, to bring some length into your spine first before coming into that deeper forward bend. Taking some breaths in downward facing dog. Eventually finding child's pose. When you feel ready to move, sliding your palms under your shoulders, press into your hands, sit yourself up and come onto your backs. We're going to be on our backs and move right from some of these final poses into Shavasana. If you'd like to put socks on or a sweatshirt, you can do that now. Coming onto your backs to rest. Let your spine settle. And bend your knees, place your feet onto the floor. We're going to move in and out of dynamic bridge pose, just to release any congestion in the spine from that intense back bend practice. Feet are comfortably close to your sitting bones, arms are by your sides, not too much height under your head, just be careful. Press down into your feet, lift your hips, sweep the arms up overhead, let them rest on the floor behind you. On an inhale, exhale, everything comes back down.
you like the way that different pranayama felt this morning, you're more than welcome to continue to use it or just move and flow, starting to unwind. When you feel complete in your bridge pose, you have the option of coming into full bridge or just letting the spine settle, taking a little break. We're going to be moving from our bridge into a twist. So as you come down out of your bridge, maybe drawing the knees into the heart for a moment. Hug the knees into the heart. Cross your right leg over your left. And I'm drawing the knees into my heart, bringing my arms out into a T, holding the knees tight into the heart as I come up and over to the left. And you have an option here of bringing your left hand to the top of the right leg and just exerting a little bit of pressure in the twist. So you can torture yourself as much as you like in this pose. On exhale, think about your navel moving to the right. So the belly button is moving to the right. Right shoulder blade softens towards the earth as you twist. Good, preparing to come out. Slowly come back out. Uncross the legs, draw the knees in, maybe row your boat here a couple times, doing some knee circles. When you're ready, we're going to come into the other side. Left leg crosses over right. Give the hip knees a little squeeze into the heart before dropping the legs over to the right. Maybe bringing the right hand to the top of the left leg. As the navel moves into the spine on your exhale, belly button moves to the left. Left shoulder blade softens. Good, preparing to come back out. Slowly take your time. Unwind the legs, knees into the heart. One more pose here, guys, before we move in towards Shavasana. We're going to do reclined cobbler's pose, reclined Supta Baddha Konasana. Separate your knees wide apart. Bring the soles of your feet together. You might have your shins. Maybe you have your ankles. Maybe you have your feet. It doesn't matter. I want you guys to think about letting your low back go. So let your low back relax. And then once you've got the low back relaxed, start to draw your feet towards your belly button. So you're squeezing the legs in, maybe using your elbows, some part of your arm to separate your knees wide apart. Keep the low back relaxed. Let your belly be relaxed here. This is another energetic release. We've done a lot of work today. This pose is releasing any built up energy, congestion in the spine. If you feel a little vibration in the legs or the body, that's just energy releasing. So just go with it and breathe.
Take 3 more nice, big, deep breaths here. Keep inviting the low back to soften, get heavy into the earth as you exhale. And then after your 3rd breath, we'll transition into Shavasana. To come out of your Baddha Konasana, bring your hands to the outside of the knees. Draw them in, hug them into the heart. And any other movement here, guys, that you might want before coming into relaxation. And swallowing now, so your soft palate releases back, letting your jaw release from behind your ears. So that your teeth gently part. Tongue resting in the bottom of your mouth. Feel the weight of your body as it rests into the floor. Heaviness, the arms, torso, the legs, the feet. Feeling the weight of the body. Sensing the muscles now, releasing the weight of the muscles away from your bones. Feel the weight of your bones. Beginning to move and stretch your body now as if waking from a restful sleep, or if the impulse is to remain still. And do so eventually. Taking your time, bending your knees, placing your feet onto the floor. Coming onto your side to rest. Take your time, no hurry. And using the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a comfortable seat, and we'll just take a moment. A sense of peace and quiet from our Shavasana to a more upright and wakeful pose, so that we can take that peace with us as we get on with, this is what's turning out to be a gorgeous, gorgeous fall day. Bringing palms together over heart center. Let's bow towards each other, towards our hearts. Beautiful practice this morning, Yogis. Namaste. Namaste. You guys at home, if you want to unmute yourselves and namaste out.